Hello, hello. All right, so I wanted to do a quick video just so that you guys can see how to set up a poster in Illustrator. So at the top here we have, and if you are not seeing this new document um, menu, go ahead and close it. Simply just come up to File, go to New, then you'll see small GUI. But at the top you have some callouts and menu areas in Illustrator, and one of them is Art Illustration. Select that. It does give us some presets, which one of them is the poster size. So it's given it the poster size in pixels or uh, points. If we select that and we say, okay, I want to open this particular document and start to create on it, if we come over to preset details, in other words, of what we're opening here, we see that it is set to points. Change that to inches. Well, then we have the 18 by 24 poster. So this is pretty good. In other words, everything is coming along. But I think where you guys would benefit better from and actually see your artwork better is to kind of increase the PPI just in case that you bring in a photograph or something you created on Procreate, because those are rastered type images. So within the raster effects, if you change this to say something like 150 or 300 300 ppm, you'll get a much clearer and sharper image. I'm going to stay within the medium, so I'm just going to select 150, and then I'll hit, well, before I hit create, you may want to come up and name this. You could name this NYU poster underscore and possibly your name. So put my first name, I'll hit create. And with this now created within our interface here in Illustrator, we can see the title of it on the top left corner, and we can also see the name I use. And then we look at the artboard. So in Illustrator, this is not called a canvas, it's called an artboard. And with it, it allows us to work with it like a canvas, but we could create many artboards. We could duplicate this particular one. And so we could do many layouts for our personal poster. I'm going to show you that workflow. On the far right, we have a toolbar, menu bar that vertical. At the very top, we have some color swatch choices, and we have some color relation swatch choices, and some brushes, symbols, symbols, and then stroke if we were working with a particular pen tool or even the line tool, line segment tool, we could adjust that stroke size if we wanted it thicker or thinner. Next one down is gradient, and then we have transparency, appearance, graphic styles, and if we had a style such as SS, Cascade style sheets within websites and HTML, this tool probably could help us keep more organized. Since we're not doing that, I'm going to go past it. Asset export, so if we have a particular asset that we grouped, we could export it directly and then utilize it in another program. And here is our artboards. So the artboard is this small icon that looks similar to a copy and paste, but it has one landscape and then one portrait. When you select these artboards, it basically selects whatever you've created in the scene. It does allow some properties with it, but not very much because nothing's within the artboard yet. Properties are here at the top, and they're kind of represented with these sliders. If I wanted another artboard, I could simply come into the small interface or the GUI for it, and I could select this plus. So now I have two artboards, the exact same. I do it again, I have three. If I zoom out by doing Control minus, you can see all three of them. If I hold down my space bar and I'm holding it, it reveals a small hand, and I can kind of move these around, within space. So perhaps I'm just going to work on the very first artboard and then possibly copy over some material just to see different choices. That's my idea, or maybe I'm just going to work with one so I'm not confused. And so maybe I would delete some of these. How we delete our artboard is very similar to Photoshop or other creative software, is that we can just simply select it and then drag it to our trash bin in the GUI. So as I release, delete the third one, and then I'll grab this second one, delete it. So now I'm left with just one. So either way, you kind of add in additional content. Yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. I think I'll do another video here shortly, which will show you different layouts and wireframes. Talk to you soon.